this we can turn it hard back. Beat me dirty and ship me off with the hardbacks. Try to send me from brackets in a hard sack. Gave me dirty and cut off my family contacts. I was up here. I'm going insane and I'm living in Canaan. USP brothers is aiming and others is laming. I got that Victorville, grill that Louis Rock. Sold that Raybrook, nigga. Better not look, nigga. Respect the jokes, the kitchen light took. Cherry pie, your mind hot, pressure your spine. And I can only box you once. Gotta be in a pine, I'ma only pop you once. That's gonna be the mine. I don't really wanna clap at home. But he came and he won in his cornerback like he Pac-Man Jones. I roll over proof, anti-turn coat. Gucci house, soldier, put them rats in all your rap is doodle. I rap my shit, motherfucker. Hit you in the back of the head. Around the clock with this shit. I'm cuckoo. Shit, my dick bigger than a poodle. She make that shit disappear. Voodoo. Listen, I take my chance with shit. If she's bad as fuck, I'm romancing it. If she is annoying as fuck, then I'm canceling it. Started O'Hara, nigga, gone with the wind. Y'all niggas babying me, so I call you baby men. You get hit with the baby M. You ain't see that tree, motherfucker. Baby's in. I'm handsome and gorgeous. How the fuck you gon' win? You still wearing Sean John, nigga. I make it hotter than the long John, nigga. With the long arm, nigga. I'm out of this world like Armstrong, nigga. I'm in her ass like a small dog, nigga. Stay calm, nigga. 30 hollow tips in a clip, I won't miss. All I need is one, I'm shitting, I got him pissed. What you spent on that whip, I tell him look at my wrist. You think I want your bitch, I tell him look at my chick, I got him sick. Frank staying open, they on my dick, keep a bad low. Mama do whatever with the shit. It's a look that I give, niggas know I'm about to glitch. New piece, got a beam, extender with a switch, still get it. Real nigga cut from a different cloth. When it's really up, I'm running down, then I'm dipping off. Homie had a throw until the chopper went and took it off. Linked with the stars, let me add a little Brooklyn sauce. I'm from a city of crack spots and back blocks. Walking home, stepping over red and black tops. When I died, no pine, I want a black box. Old school hearse, 28s with the rag tops.
Yo, it is your boy Boogie Black. Yes, we are here with the Family Vibes podcast show. And today we have a special guest. We call him NY Crooklyn. Please.
What's going on?
Hey, please introduce yourself, bro.
Yeah, what's going on? My name is B. I'm the CEO of Crooklyn Cannabis Company. That's what we're doing here today on the podcast. We coming out. We're just going to talk about a few things. You know, we'll bring you up to speed on who we are, what we've been up to, you know, where we plan to go in the future. And, yeah, let's do it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And before we get into this situation, everything is sponsored and presented by S.STREET Media and the Sprinkle Family Music Group. One thing I want to get into also is, excuse me, y'all. I have the Sprinkle Family Radio Volume 2 in stores March 15th. So go and check it out, everybody. March 15th, the Sprinkle Family Mixtape Volume 2, the Luxury Vibes Mixtape, starring DJ Chase, myself, and True Luxury will be on the mixtape. So please go and check that out, y'all. All right. Now, also the Sprinkle Family website, it will be up soon today and probably be up late April, early May. So please, I will definitely give y'all updates more on that. So, today we will speak to our guest, speak to the homie B, tell him what plans he got going on, but also tell everybody about you first.
All right, so yeah, I'm like I said before, I'm the CEO of Crooklyn Cannabis, and that's what I've been working on for the past couple of years. We, you know, ever since they basically opened up the gates in New York to you know, get into the weed industry, we've been out here. We've been trying to make a name for ourselves. Mm-hmm. You know, we've been doing events. We do a lot of pop-ups. We do a lot of we do fashion events. We do art events. We do mostly hip-hop events. We do showcases too. We sponsor a few as well. And you know, I've got to meet a lot of people. I gotta say, so far so good. We just registered the business as a LLC this year, so we got a lot of. Thank you.
That's what I'll talk about.
Yeah, so we have some things coming up. We're gonna have, this is my character right here. His name is and we have a couple of them coming out soon. You're gonna see them in the comics. Bad News is the other version of him. They're gonna be running around a little comic strip that we're gonna put out there for everybody that basically follows and supports Crooklyn. We have a story that the whole brand. I don't want people to think it's all about crime or something like that. Nah. It's a comic strip that we're putting out, and it's gonna have a lot of artists, people that from the graffiti world, from the muralists too, that they're gonna take part in this. We have a couple of icons from the city. They're gonna be playing the voices of the characters. We're gonna open up a little, YouTube channel at first, and we're gonna make it a little series, and we're gonna keep it true to form. We're gonna keep it like True York for real, all the way.
Got to. Shout out to True York. Shout out to NY Crooklyn. Shout out to the whole family. You know what I'm saying? This is how we doing things. Also, so where are you from exactly?
Okay, so Queens, Long Island, and I live in Brooklyn. So I've lived in New York my whole life. I tried moving out of state. I went to the Carolinas for a bit.
I'm out there right now. Well, my family out there right now.
Yeah, so my family lives in Charlotte. And
mine too. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Spot, that's a fact. That's a fact. Shout out to Charlotte too, man. Shout out to Charlotte.
Yeah, Crown Town. But being from New York, you're used to certain things. You miss certain things when you're away, and I gotta say, I love the city, man. I had to come back.
I ain't gonna lie, my nigga. When this is it. Once I leave, I'm getting the fuck on. I'm getting the fuck on. I'm tired of New York. I'm sorry.
That happens. You gotta probably want to head somewhere warmer, but
I'm doing that. So I'm going out that motherfucker there. I'm out. Goddamn, shit. I can't. I gotta go. New York is too much for me. It's not the way it used to be.
You planning to move to North Carolina?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, I'm originally from East New York, Cypress Projects.
All right.
But, you know what I mean? My family have been out there. We've been out there mostly since early 2010. So the good thing is we know the ins and outs of Charlotte.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like like niggas know who we are type shit.
Yeah.
The bad news is, even though we went through so much out there, if everything would have been the way it is now, if we would have known now, then we would have been you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you would have done different, right?
Yeah,
you would have moved
so
different, right?
That's how that situation is, you know what I mean? But otherwise,
there's a lot of opportunities out there. You know why? Because they don't have I gotta say, like, they don't have like a ton of people doing everything that's done up here. So there's always a lane for, you know what I mean? To get out there and start something that might be a fresh idea to them that we've been doing up here for a minute.
And let me just say this. Charlotte, the city of Charlotte, the Queen city of Charlotte is a foundational city. Yeah, you know what I mean? So you can start your own shit and build your own shit and go from there. You know what I mean? If you know your connects, know the in and outs, you can do that. But don't go out there, you know what I mean? You fucked up and you trying to get on your shit and you thinking you could do this and do that and you get lost in the sauce. Because it's just like being up out here. You go down there, you get lost too. The only difference is they ain't got the resources that they got up out in New York. So you go out there, you fucked. Yeah. So that's just, you on your own, Jack. I can say that. Especially you ain't got no car. That'd be the worst.
There's nothing walking distance.
Man, every single day or every time I used to hate walking at least 20 minutes to the store and at least 20 minutes back. Do you know how annoying that shit was? At least 10 to 20 minutes to the store and back. Yeah. That was annoying. That was so annoying. But
yeah, that's true. If you don't have a car down there, you screwed. Yeah, basically.
Not like you go downstairs and go across the street. It's right there.
It's clipped.
Yeah, word. But you know, my DJ Chase. Shout out to DJ Chase too, man. You know what I mean? He just did a little podcast situation. He definitely working on the mixtape as we speak. So shout out to him. He's also out there too.
Oh, nice.
You know what I mean? So he already did shows out there. And already got his own thing going. So I'm proud of him. You know, keep up the good work, my boy. Appreciate you. You know what I mean? So All right, so you have anybody else working with you on this craft or this project?
Well, yeah, we have Zaza de Rafa, my cousin's brand, Rafa Farms, really. So he's a cultivator. You know what I mean? He's the one who has like all the know-how, all the knowledge. He's the one responsible for growing everything. Basically, I've learned a lot through him. As far he's a younger cousin than me. I've taught him a lot along the way.
So y'all family.
Yeah, and it's a family business. And we're trying to do everything legit. We're putting one step in front of the other, and like I said, he handles that division. I'm out here. I handle everything that's in the city. We do all the events. We're outside. We meet new people week to week, and like I said, so far so good. I think it's like a common misconception. Some people might hear, they're doing these events where they'll have weed and everything, and they put a negative connotation. Mm-hmm. And realistically, we haven't had any of those problems at any of the events we've gone. I gotta say, so far so good. Everybody, like from the promoters to the hosts to everywhere we've been, it's been vibes. People have a good time. You might go in there feeling some type of way, but you're definitely leaving happy, especially if you smoke at Crooklyn. You know what I mean? Yeah, and but yeah, so we're heavily involved too with like the arts. We're registered as a media, arts, and apparel company. So we got we're working on the website right now, actually, to put out soon for the clothes. You'll be able to get T-shirts, hats. We have some really cool hat. We found somebody to we found somebody to work with, and we have some really cool things coming out for the line. You also be able to get pins. Shout out to my boy from Trippy Pins, my boy Brandon.
Shout out to Trippy Pins.
We're gonna be working with him soon. We get some pins for Crooklyn too that you could get off the site. We'll have some stickers, baggies, all of that. So if you guys wanna buy, big bags, to just have around, you'll be able to get all of that stuff on there. Aside from that, the media aspect, we're going to be opening up the YouTube channel soon. And like I said, I spoke to the illustrator. He's my boy who came up with the character.
What's his name?
I don't want to put his name out there. So we're working on him to everything is, we're working on getting our character trademarked, getting the logo trademarked, the name actually of the brand as well. So we're working on all that stuff right now. What else I was gonna say? Oh yeah, so I spoke to the illustrator. We're gonna start a YouTube page, and in each one of our baggies, basically, you're gonna find a comic strip, and when you pull that comic strip out, it's gonna have the tail of Crooklyn in it, and we're gonna get eventually a QR code on it so that you could link it to the YouTube channel and you could follow us through there. So this is something that we're doing. We're creating our own lane. We haven't seen this done with any other brands yet. Mm-hmm. So, this is what we're doing to stand out.
Okay. Well, who have the have you been around celebrities or anybody that you've been connected?
Yeah, we've done events with quite a lot of people. We were, when we first started, we were working at a Search Lounge. Shout out to them, in Midtown. Search.
Shout out to the Search Lounge.
Yeah, Euro, Steve, and that whole crew. Good guys, man. They have a wonderful thing going on, and they have a lot of cool people that stop by the lounge. We worked out of there. We had a lot of fun and started learning the business, from a different perspective with them. We also work with Gas Gaz and New York Empire. They bring out a lot of. I
heard about them. Him and Empire.
Bro, man. Shout out to Cello. And
PU going out of business too soon.
Who's PU?
Oh shit!
Nah, but, all right, so let's skip that. But shout out to my boys. That we came. They have great promoters, man. They have great brands. They got a lot of great buzz too, man. And it's been an honor, to be. I felt privileged to be able to work around them, and I mean, if you want me to like, what do you want me to tell you? Like, what celebrities we've been around? All right, so we've been, my boy Handsome Baller, he's been in the mix. We've been around Jay Critch, A Boogie. I gotta say, that guy, excellent man. One of the chillest artists I met. Like, we chopped it up a little, talked about his new album at the time. It was nice.
Which one was that? What album was that?
Oh man, I forgot that you putting me on the spot and we just smoked. And honestly, it was not the one that he just put out there. He's touring now, the one before that. So we also met Sean Paul. That was pretty cool. I got to smoke a little bit with Sean Paul. Had some
Shout out to Sean Paul. Yeah.
We did. I'm trying to think. Bobby Shmurda.
Bobby Shmurda?
Yeah. He's pulled up to a couple.
Shout
of
out to Bobby Shmurda too, man.
And cool as hell, man. He comes in the room and you see that high energy and that real Brooklyn. And so like I said, we worked around a few people at these events and some brands that definitely they solid. They got a lot of good things going on too. And I like that we're ushering in like the canna culture for New York City. Basically, we're showing that people could pull up to these events and have a good time. It's not it's nothing crazy like some people I've heard talk about, like they're afraid to come to the events because I might get hurt there. Or
not even that. There's some people that that does events like you.
There's always people throwing negative things.
There's people that have events like you, or that are vendors like you. You know what I mean? That has said to me, I don't want to come to this event because I don't get paid at these events as much. So, yeah.
Wait, I said that to you?
No. I said vendors like you.
Oh, yeah.
That's
business is business, right? Nobody wants to be in the business of doing bad business. But sometimes, I'm not gonna lie, sometimes you pay to you pay your vendor fee to be at these places and they're not as booked as they said they were going to be, or it might not feel worth it. But I think it's all on the person, because there's been some times where it's been a little dry, but I've made a few more clients that night. I've networked with people to get into other spaces and other places. So it's all on you too, what you make of it. Just because sales weren't good at that event doesn't mean like, I don't want to work with that promoter no more, because it's not always the same case. Sometimes he has, sometimes I have events that it hit and they make up for everything, So I wouldn't rule people out, and when it comes to that. But like I said, some people, to them maybe they don't have the time or the finances to really go to events where they're not gonna make that much money because they need to be there to make
that much money. It's possible.
Yeah, So I think that deters a lot of people from reaching out sometimes too. It depends. But I would think that would be more along the lines of brands that they might be like a third party or something. They dependent on somebody, Crooklyn, everything is all natural. We have sun grown and we don't have to get anything from anyone. We provide for ourselves.
As you should. So, do you have any family members that's like doing their own separate thing, like doing like music or art or?
Oh, absolutely. My uncle's an artist. He's the one actually who got me into the art world when I was younger.
All right.
He made me go to New York City. They have an excellent art exposition every year. It's usually held like by the piers, on the west side, and one year he wanted to go to see what it was like because he was looking to put his art into the show the following year. So he invited me, like, Brian, do you want to come? I'm gonna. All right, cool. I don't get to see my uncle that much. He lives in Cleveland, so I've been over there to visit him too. He's had actually he's painted some guitars that they would auction out on the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and they donate that money to charity.
Where at?
At the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
No, like
in Cleveland.
Okay.
Yeah. So my uncle, he used to live in New York, but he moved out there with his family years ago. So like I said, I don't get to see him as much as I used to. When they used to live in Albany, I used to go up there. Sometimes, you know, during the summer, my parents used to, you know, take the drive and leave me up there for like a week or two. So we would go fishing in the huts. And my uncles are cool people. My other uncle, Adolfo, shout out to him. He used to own a antique store up there in Albany. So it was cool hanging around them. And yeah, so he got me into the arts as a kid. You know, I used to go around tagging shit up when I was in middle school. It's not that I grew out of it. I just got in trouble for it at a really young age. My parents beat my ass, and I just left it alone. And but you know, one thing though, I've always had the habit of I take pictures of murals for years, for like maybe the last 15 years, you know, all over the city. And, you know, you realize one day they're here, one day they're not. Certain graph pieces too, you know. So I've always done it off my iPhone. If you look at my my personal Instagram, actually, from like running from when I first opened it, it's nothing but like street art from New York City. So I wanted to tie everything that I love, you know, the weed, the art, hip hop. We tied it all into one brand, you know, and giving like New York its own little story and comic strip that people can follow. And
you know, at times like that, it don't be like that no more. No,
I think because
vandalism there, they cracking down on vandalism now. So, I mean,
we're not talking about vandalism though. We talk. I mean, well, in the comics, you know, right? So it's all good if you put it, you know. We're not advocating people to go out there and
do that shit. Actually,
but we're gonna have some real old school graffiti artists, legendary. You know what I mean? Doing some of the pieces for the show. We're tapped in with James from Top Crew. He's gonna be doing
shout out to James from Top Crew.
Yeah, my boy Komsky. You know, so he's got a lot of things going on, but he's gonna be doing some artwork for the comic strip as well. And then I got my boy Jake Diablo. Shout out to Jake Diablo. Jake Diablo. If you see this, he's my boy from France, right? This is a mural that's on top of my roof. He did this. I helped him fill in the red and everything, but he did this for Crooklyn when I asked him. Yeah,
I like that. That's fire.
So he's gonna be working with Crooklyn as well. He's gonna be doing a lot of our artwork, and we're gonna be working on more murals. You'll see them up around the city. We went hard last year. We were on Boone's Avenue. You know, the walls over there. We worked on Best Style Wall. Shout out to Frankie, the curator. My boy Frankie Villa is an excellent guy, man. If you're into street art, go follow him. And you know, I basically. I'm gonna be Jake's face in New York now. I'm helping him find walls. I scout areas and
what areas you go to?
What happened?
What areas you go to scout? Like you mostly go to?
Oh no. So what areas? Okay, so like we look for places, you know, over here in Bushwick, Bed-Stuy, the LES, where it's common, you know, to see people and they have collectives and things going on. You know, you have a lot of excellent curators that I gotta say they've been doing a great job with the city. Chinatown too. We did one on Orchard. Actually, we worked on a mural on Orchard together. It's still up there.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, so my thing is like if we have, you know, I wanted to actually say something because I've been trying to invest and trying to do my own thing as far as trying to, you know, because I got an LLC to start a store. My mother, I bought my mother an LLC in her own situation to start the record label.
Okay. Wow.
So what I want to do now is when I get the store situated done, I want to move on to the marijuana prospect. Yes, I would like to move on to that because I like to smoke weed, but you know, it's good to have my own shit, my own situation. Right. So I don't know, like how does that work? How did you?
I mean, it all depends how you want it to work and what you know. You got to roll some dice too to make some things happen sometimes, you know. But it's for the better good. Now, I mean, You should apply for your license, I would assume now, so that when the time comes, you'd have your answer if they're gonna let you do it or not. And it all depends too, because some people look at it like not everybody that wants to get in the weed business is in the business of
selling weed,
right?
Yeah,
like we got apparel, we got stickers, we got, you get what I'm saying?
Right.
There's a lot of things. So where they tell you, like, you know, sometimes you know, it's better to have other things to offer. You know, you might want to have your own rolling papers, your own you know, a line that makes you know, grinders or whatever.
Facts.
Or the, what am I thinking of right now? I'm thinking of the ashtrays and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? The rolling kits. You might want to be somebody that has your own label, a line of baggies going on or something like that. You know, something interesting that you could, creative, that you can make, that people could put their stuff in. Yeah, there's different avenues. So I wouldn't just, you know, look at it from one perspective. There's a lot of things you could do. You could make a fortune selling it. Look at the guy that sells raw papers, right? He doesn't have to sell weed, but he'll sell you the papers to roll your weed in, and yeah. See what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so there's other avenues like that you should consider too. And if you have the LLC, you know, use everything that you do. Pay yourself through your company, you know, and find way. You say you have the record label, right? Yeah. So pay yourself for being, you know, whatever you're doing. Are you doing the mixes? Are you doing the edits? You know what I'm saying? Like put yourself.
That's interesting.
Yeah. You get what I mean? Like if you're an artist too and you're booking shows, pay yourself through your company. You know what I mean? And you know, there's a lot to consider.
Event,
that's
right,
excellent. Yeah, I'll say, you know, if that's the direction you're heading in, absolutely. I've had actually a couple of people. I mean, like, you know, talk to me about managing them, or maybe in the near future and stuff like that. So it's cool that you brought that up, because, you know, I've been thinking about it myself and how I'm going to use my LLC to capitalize on everything that we're going to do. And I don't have a problem paying taxes. I know New York has to pay taxes out the ass, whatever. But you know what? This is a business that I'm trying to have around for a long time, not a short time. You know what I'm saying? And we're really tapped in with a lot of artists, musicians, dancers, icons, and stuff like that. We met a lot of great people, comedians along the way, you know, and we want to use all those resources. Weed is like the common ground for everything, right? Everybody, yeah. So you know, it's pretty cool, man. I think it's a cool time in New York too. As much as people think that the city is upside down and there's too much chaos going on. If you weren't here, I live, you know, I've lived here all my life. So if you weren't here for the 90s, I mean, there's people that were here for the 80s and the 70s. You get what I'm saying? If you weren't here for that in the early 2000s, you have no idea what the hell you're talking about. No idea at all. You know, New York was a wow
different type of city before then.
And I gotta say, you know, from now till then, it's a lot safer. It's a lot cleaner. As crazy as that sounds, it's still a lot cleaner than it used to be. In many areas, because you can't say that, because a lot of areas that used to not be so nice.
Let me tell you something. Don't get that messed up. I used to work at a restaurant. Right?
Oh, but we're not talking about the.
Listen.
I know what you're saying.
There's been restaurants in areas that's in the good parts of the city that you're talking about that I went into that you wouldn't even think that it was an actual bathroom. You know what I mean? Like, it looked like one of them bathrooms that's actually in a shelter. Like, literally, it looked like those type of bathrooms. You know what I mean? So, and then when you look at that, it'd be like, yo, I'm coming here to, you know what I mean?
Think you're having a good meal, right? The food comes out all nice and presentable, you know what I mean? Right?
And then you look at that, I'm like, oh man, what the hell did I get myself into? When I saw that, first of all, I'm gonna just say it like this: I have never seen. I'm not even gonna do it. Yo, I have never seen a piece of shit where you flush the toilet, the little handle. I have never seen a piece of shit hanging on it and I have to clean it.
Nah, I give you one better. I give you one better. Yo, I was at
it had to clean the bathroom.
I was at a strip club one time in
Oh
Astoria.
no.
And
Them bitches is shitty, right?
I'm not even gonna. Listen.
Man.
No. It's not about the girls.
Who did it?
No. Everybody was having a good time, but then the DJ, right? He got on the mic. He goes, "Yo, did somebody take a shit in the urinal?" Yo, he said, "Who the fuck did that?" Yo, yeah. I mean, this, there's always gonna be crazy shit happening around, man. We're a city with over 8 million people.
Not
everybody is in the right state of mind,
I can say that it has been
that was one
gotten a lot better and safer. Cleaning, we can say that. But to be honest with you, it ain't to me, the little cleanliness ain't no different. It ain't no different. Motherfuckers are still nasty and shitty.
But that's everywhere you go, man.
Yeah,
it's every city. You can't, a lot of people act like New York City's like the only city and it's so dirty. And you know what it is?
Nah. You go to Boston? I heard Boston was I heard Boston, oof. Man, they trains, I thought it was fucked up. I heard Boston is, yeah. Boston.
I mean, I've been to Boston,
Maryland,
maybe like twice. Honestly, I know
Philly.
Philly. I got love for Philly, man. I like Philly. I took
Chicago. They trains is this.
I like Philly. I gotta say, it's pretty cool. When you go.
But I ain't gonna lie.
I went by Independence Hall, and you see like the little like the roads. They're very narrow, and it was because they were built for when people used to have the horses. Yeah, and they still have in a lot of those. The
little metal,
like the old school homes. I would say brownstones if we were like
the bricks and the little rocks.
But yeah, it's and they still have those things that you could tie the horse onto, and they still have the brushes. There were brushes where because people used to step on horse shit, I guess, or whatever the story is, and you have to brush the bottom of your feet before you come up your steps and go in your house and stuff. But yeah, Philly's pretty cool, man. I took the kids.
Shout out to Philly, man. Shout out to Philly.
Yeah, I gotta say, they had that museum for the kids, Please Touch Museum. It was pretty cool. I saw the Magic Gardens. There's this artist that he makes mosaics. He puts like cement right on the wall, and then he puts like little fragments of colored glass all over, and makes these beautiful patterns and designs. Magic City was pretty cool. The Rocky Steps, the art museum there too. I gotta say, the only thing, it was crazy. We went to my girl. She wanted to do this before we left. She's like, "Oh, can we see Rocky's apartment?" We went to the original apartment, and that area, North Philly, wow. Is I gotta say, like there's some messed up parts in New York, but North Philly was crazy, bro. Everybody I think it was like Kensington Avenue or something. Like everybody,
I heard about Kensington,
bro. Everybody looked like a question mark out there. They was all doing the lean like this for miles, and I'm like, you drive, and I'm like, holy shit, yeah. You know
what I saw? I saw a video. I don't even want to say it. I saw a video about some shit. I think it's either Kensington or Skid Row. But I saw a video about a fiend or a crackhead bitch laid out. She was white too, no offense. But skinny one, laid out. Bitch had the little spandex, and you got flies flying around her pussy. Flies, my nigga.
I can see.
I said, what the fuck?
I saw some crazy shit. I'm not gonna lie. As soon as I got out the car to take a picture of Rocky's old building, right? Shit. His original apartment in the first one. You had two girls with a bandana, and they was chewing it and like back and forth with each other. Yeah. It was some like crazy shit. I'm like, how
K2.
A lot of people on
that's
drugs,
that K2 fentanil.
Oh man, pray for them, man. I hope they get out of that. That's crazy. But
the
other parts of Philly that I saw were excellent. I had a great time. Pat's and Gino's, the steak spots over there, is pretty cool too. You got it. They 24 hours. Yeah, it's 24 hours. So that's cool.
I gotta go out there. I want to see how they Philly cheesesteaks really taste. I keep hearing so much shit about that. I want to see how they really taste.
I had Pat's and Gino's for the first time like 20 years ago, and I think I don't want to sound like saying something bad, but like I think they tasted better when I was young. I think maybe the cheese they use nowadays isn't as good as the one they. I don't know if y'all agree with me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, jump in the comments if y'all can agree, man. Jump in the comments if y'all can agree.
But yeah, but I still go. You know, it's still worth the trip. It's still worth the ride. I like, you know, and so talk to me. What you got going on?
Man,
you say you want to start the record label. You gotta have the artist. So what type of music we talking about?
Yo, like honestly, for the love of the vibes, no, for the luxury mixtape vibes. Excuse me, y'all. Actually, we got the artists called True Luxury. You know what I mean? Shout out to True Luxury in the DJ I'm working with, DJ Chase. Shout out to him too. You know, it's basically about, the mixtape is basically consistent on love songs. Nice. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, romance.
Yeah, romance.
Is it R&B?
Oh yeah, mostly.
Like R&B neo soul? Or
yes,
R&B?
yes.
That's cool. Yo, it was funny because we were talking about that earlier, how I feel like the music industry's lost that vibe where like, you know, you look at old school artists, when you're talking about like Barry White, Marvin Gaye, you know, the Blue Notes and stuff like people, the Isley Brothers, you know, teaching you how to love your girl and appreciate your girl, and you know, the message of love was a lot more respected, and I think you know, that's something that needs to be brought back out, especially right now that the country's divided. Everybody's
guess what, my friend? I'm here to tell you that I am the man that will bring out that type of vibe.
Good.
So, if anybody that does not know,
if you're bringing that to the table, I respect it, man.
Of course, I have to, because you know,
music needs that.
You know, because I'm glad that you said that, because the music I've been doing was basically neo soul / hip hop and R&B.
Okay.
You know, so I've mainly, you know, been consistent on doing love songs.
I want to hear this when it comes out. You send it to me.
Oh, my songs?
Yeah.
Let me say. Oh, I got you.
Please send me the music.
I got the album already out. You know what I mean? The album came out 2 years ago in August.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So that was the Boogie Black album, Volume 1, The Angel Side. Okay. The Thoughts of Love, which is Boogie Black album, the Volume 2. That's coming soon.
Okay.
So, and I also got
you write your own music? Or
of course.
That's cool.
Yeah,
I think you know,
I write my own music, and plus, there's a lot of songs in my music I don't even cuss in.
A lot of people ask me if I do music, and I never got into it, and that's because I'm not a writer like that. I can't.
Start with poetry.
Yeah, I see that.
Start with poetry.
I see the correlation.
That's where I started from.
Poetry.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because I used to go crazy with the poetry.
Yo, matter of fact, shout out the Oye group. I actually did somebody one of my friends, they told me, they were like, yo, do you want to do this thing online with us? He was talking to me about poetry. Actually, this was a couple of years ago. I joined they did like I'm trying to think of, it's not a program, but it's like one of those exercises, you know, you just gotta log on the Zoom, and they're like, okay, today we're gonna work on a haiku, and today we're gonna work on personification and stuff like that.
I think the them little course classes and.
No, but it was more workshap. There we go. That's the phrase I was looking for. It was more like a workshop, and the Oye group is actually a really good group of you know, poets that they have a workshop for all that.
Sorry, y'all. What the hell?
So yeah, poetry, actually, that's pretty cool. I know that in the LES they have the Puerto Rican Poets Cafe too. I think they're rebuilding it right now, but New York, yeah. They have a lot of cool artwork you can see outside too. A lot of murals have been there for years, and you know, so yeah, that's actually something. You know, I'm glad you brought that up. That's something I'll look into.
Yeah, that's definitely, you know, that's how I started. I started doing that. It became from doing that, then listening to 50 Cent and Eminem and all of them, and then it started the writing process, and that's how that whole situation went.
So, who influenced you the most?
Well, all right. As far as the writing, who influenced me the most, I'm gonna have to say 50 Cent. But as far as the artists that has actually like my top 5. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's something
top
different.
5. Let's talk top 5. We got top 5.
Okay, I got, of course, Biggie, of course, Jay, M, Busta, and Nas. That's my top 5.
That's a good top 5. I agree with a few of them. I got Biggie, Jay, and Nas on mine. Not specifically in that order. I'm gonna say the other two. It's
I'm not counting Eminem out. I'm not gonna count Eminem out on anything. I'm sorry. He's definitely, if not my top 1, then basically my top 3 or 4.
I mean, I like M's music, but it's not like
The way it used to be. Everybody says that. Everybody says that. Don't worry about that.
yeah. And I
Everybody
get
says that.
artists evolve and things change, but like when
Now,
I was
going back
a
to that-
teenager and I like you know, and he first came out and he had all these crazy freestyle. I love that
right.
Eminem a lot better.
Now, it's funny how you said that. Going back to that question about what happens to celebrities coming out looking different and all this and all that. When I was telling you the 2 words that I was mentioning earlier, do you believe in that?
You gotta.
Oh, you smoke too much weed, my brother. I don't even know.
What 2
it was
words
just
that you said?
Hey,
You gotta remind me.
They don't even worry about it. Nobody they ain't trying to have the government come after us because you know they watching this shit too. So, but you know, as far as that, his first 4 albums, of course. You know, after those 4 albums, and plus, you know, he did the re-up, that was it. That we ain't really hear from him in 4 years, and then he comes back and does this. So, you know, it's something that you got to look into and figure out what happened in between those 4 years, or what happened in between those times.
I'll give you an example. Look at Nas, right? You know, he didn't put out an album for a little while, and then he just hit us with 3 back to back, and he still got it, man. Nas still got it. He still has things I would like to listen to, you know. He still has things that belong on the radio. He still has music that,
Of course.
And I'm not saying like Eminem doesn't. All I'm saying is the version of his music that I enjoyed most was the earlier, you know,
Of course, the earlier
parts
version.
of his
Anybody.
art. 'Cause this is his art, you know, and art is like, there is no right or wrong version to do things. You know, a lot of people don't see that. So it is basically up to you to like what you like. Also, you know, as somebody that is a fan of the arts, or somebody that's an artist himself.
Right.
Yeah, not everything you're gonna create is gonna hit. So,
well, I mean, I can agree. I can agree with that. You know, it's not gonna feel the same. It's not gonna be the same. You know, especially when things get old or things change. Of course, one thing you cannot change is your features. You know, not even your features, but like your persona in music and who you were, and you know, and versus who you are now. You know what I'm saying?
well, you're talking about growth. Yeah, and everybody grows as an artist. You grow as an adult, and
I'm
even
talking about not just the whole situation, not just the piece of the pie of it. You know what I'm saying? Like I think deep into the situation as far as what's going on, and like when they said that, okay, boom, you know, he disappeared for 4 years. Okay, I will go and look into that situation on what the fuck really happened those 4 years. And, you know, they throw out these death
why
hoax.
does it matter?
The death hoax that they throw out, you know what I'm saying? They be like, oh, all right, so boom. They even said that, you ever heard about the situation in 2005 or 6 when he got into a car accident or he overdosed? I said, that's why I don't want to get too deep into it. Because I don't want to, like, you know what I mean, about the situation about him overdosing, getting into a car accident in 2006. If you know what I mean, I was aware of that, but they said that I think it was more of an overdose.
I don't know. Is that what led to like I think he went like sober for a while, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
But why
as
did
it
he
should,
come
because
out?
sometimes a lot of
Not
people in
even
near
that,
death
bro,
experiences.
Not even that. How do you come out sober, but you come out looking different than you did, bro?
What do you mean?
You come
came
out
out more
looking.
shit?
Yes,
Nah,
you.
he got it.
No.
To me, he started taking
You
care of better
cannot
himself.
look at the Eminem before he got into that new overdose situation, and look at him after he got into that overdose situation.
I mean,
I'm talking about you gotta put two things together
no.
and really
Hold on.
look, my nigga.
I mean, I don't know where you're going with that, but like,
yeah. See, it's too deep.
you talking about the
it's too
cloning
deep.
situation? Is that what you? Is that what you? Because that's what you brought up before.
You mentioned it, Jack. I mean,
no. I think that's crazy. I think
You
the
know what I
man
mean?
just he
So,
went
like,
sober and then he cleaned up physically.
That's
he
what they would
started
tell
looking
us.
more.
That's what they would tell us.
So you think?
I believe in death hoaxes. Okay, I believe in death hoaxes. That's
break
a
it
fact.
down for me. What's
We know all these celebrities with these death hoaxes. Okay, boom. I even brought this up before. The situation with Gucci. You know what I'm saying? How do you come home? Not only, okay, boom, you lose weight, you look skinny and all that, but how do you come home with different fucking features? And if I say this, and if I tell this to everybody, and they'll be like, yo, y'all know what's going on in this world, I would look like a fucking idiot. But hey, that's just how it should be. I would look like a whole total idiot just by saying, "Oh, yo, that's not Gucci. Why he coming out like that? Why this?
I don't know. This
Bro,
is I'd rather.
That's what I'm saying.
This is
It's
a
too
strange
deep. It's
conversation, bro. This shit went
too
way left to
deep.
me.
All right, so you know what? We gonna switch gears again. We got like
Let's switch
we got like 5 or 6 minutes left. We got like 8 minutes left, so I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up. So before we wrap it up, tell everybody your next move and tell everybody what you got going on next.
So like I said, we're registered as media, arts, and apparel. So we're gonna start dropping some pretty cool clothes. We make our own splash. We do things that aren't being done already. I'm not saying that nobody has an apparel line, but we're just gonna do things our way. Put pieces out that we think need to be out there. The comic strips, we're gonna start, adding that to the mix and the YouTube channel that you can follow. The little like the strip will have like maybe 4 to 6 windows, something like that. And then the episode will be found online. So we'll give like a 10-15 minute episode too that people could follow along, and we're gonna make it a story. And those are the things that we're looking. Basically, I'm looking forward to myself learning how to become a creative director and growing there. I think that's one of the coolest. You're gonna pick a career and you're gonna be an artist. You like to create. Being a creative director is gonna teach you how to master that craft. In a lot of really, and we plan to do that in a lot of unique ways.
Copy that. So, there's anybody you would like to give a big shout out to before we, take this thing home?
Okay, yeah. Shout out to, first of all, my cousin, Raph, man. Rafa Farms. He was the first one to ask me to help him, and like I said, we're trying to do everything. We're trying to do everything legit. So I look at this as like, yo, let's get in now. While we were on the ground floor, and so shout out to him for doing what he does. He takes care of him so that I could take care of me. Shout out to my boy Jake Diablo. He's gonna be stopping by later this year. From France, man. Shout out to Jake Diablo. We're gonna be putting out more artwork this year, and we're gonna really try to help him grow in New York City on the art scene, and help him make more sales out here and more people aware of the art he has and purchase it, basically. And shout out always to God. I should have said that first, actually. I want to thank God. I pray a lot, and I gotta say, I have a lot of big things that I want to accomplish, and I just pray that He helps me out along the way. Like I said, some people hear like, oh, it's the weed business, and they think the worst of things. But when I enter to do the worst of things, if anything, this promotes a lot of great
clientele.
Well, it's just a lot of great opportunities and a lot of great environments too, because a lot of people that maybe under any other circumstances would have never spoke to each other or met each other. You know what I mean? It's
all it takes is a blunt.
it bridges a lot of gaps, you know.
Facts.
Yeah. And you know, that's what we out here doing.
All right. So, you know, you heard it from the boy. You heard it from your boy.
Yeah,
shout out
bro.
to NY Brooklyn.
Yes, sir.
And shout out to NY Crooklyn. My fault. I keep saying Brooklyn.
Well, it's Crooklyn. It's Crooklyn Cannabis Company, but N.Y.Crooklyn is that's the Instagram page for promotional use only. Also 21 plus. You know, it's got content on there. That please, if you're not 21 or older, you know. You can't stop people from doing things, but it's really for people that's 21 and older. You know, I don't want people to get the wrong idea that he's making comics, he's gonna pitch this to kids and stuff. This is it's far from that. This is just for, like, you know, the adults to enjoy something while they sit there and twist up. Yeah, exactly. You know, and like I said, you know, we trying to keep things, do the right things. You know, we trying to keep things clean.
Right.
Share nothing, but
yes, yes, sir. So once again, you heard it from your boy B from N.Y.Crooklyn Cannabis Company. You know the vibes. Before we take it out, once again, I would like to give a big shout out to S.STREET Media. You know what I'm saying? And I definitely like to give a big shout out to my son B for stopping through. You know what I mean? And I definitely would like to give a big shout out to the Sprinkle Family Music Group, because it is presented and sponsored by them.
Shout out to them.
You know what I'm saying? Once again, the Sprinkle Family Radio Mixtape Volume 1 is already out. And the Sprinkle Family Radio Mixtape Volume 2 will drop March 15th. You know what I mean? So please go check in and stay up to date as far as when the mixtape is dropping, or more update about the website we are coming out with. If anybody that is interested in promotion and as far as mixtapes, as far as doing a podcast interview, as far as artists, management or anything like that, because we are starting to come up with that soon. You know what I mean? Yes, we starting to write checks and do all that. So if anybody that's interested in doing anything, we gonna drop contracts. We'll talk. You know what I mean? We'll do everything the right way. So let's work. My phone is out for a couple of days, y'all. So, you know, if you're trying to call me, I will call you from the Wi-Fi phone, God damn it. All right? So, I got y'all. You know what I mean? So, give it a little break. So, once again, we are, you know what I mean? We are the Family Vibes. This is your boy Boogie Black, and this is your boy B. We are out of here.
Yes,
Peace.
Yo, peace.
Yeah.